The dedication to my book states that the book is for all of my ladies, real or imagined, whose darkness, real or imagined, ever wanted for a voice. In broad strokes, that really is what this whole project is about. It's about giving voice to people who have felt or who are still othered. And it's also a fun and, to me, important exploration of parts of the past, both my immediate past, the past of the Jim Crow South, and then all the way back to the past of Elizabethan England, and considering voices that haven't been heard before, characters that we know existed but that we haven't fully explored what their truths are or were.
I was given this book by one of our board members at Nashville Ballet, and as sort of just in passing, and I read it and thought, wow, there is some theater here, this could be a ballet. There are many kind of aspects and stories to be told here that I can relate to as well.
He reached out to me after reading it and said, I think that we could make a ballet out of this. I think this story is really compelling.
Caroline's thesis or idea was that Shakespeare's Dark Lady, the Dark Lady of the Sonnets, was actually a woman named Lucy, and she was a woman of African descent. So all of her poems are written from that perspective.
There was an article called, "Was Bard's Lady a Woman of Ill Repute?" And I'm obsessed with Shakespeare, so I thought, oh my God, I have to read that. And what I discovered was that there was this professor at the University of Chichester in England who had come across a document that possibly connected Shakespeare to this woman, Black Luce, who was a known brothel owner and who was likely a mixed race woman. And I thought to myself, oh my God, Shakespeare had a black girlfriend. I'm going to write a book about this. And the Dark Lady sonnets, there are lines like, if hairs be wires, black wires grow from her head. Or, then will I swear that beauty herself is black, and all they foul that thy complexion lack. Or he calls the woman colored ill. He says that her breasts are the color of dun. And I think that there's, ample evidence to make the imagined and possibly real case of this woman being the object of the Dark Lady sonnets.
This work is unique in its conception and story, at least for a ballet. And it really becomes this story about feeling worthy to be loved, and feeling beautiful, and feeling right. Someone who is other feeling right and feeling validated, and all those things. That's kind of the essence of the ballet for me.
The fact that we have Kayla in the Nashville Ballet to, come into that role and inhabit it is pretty magical, and I love the idea of people, of non-traditional people coming into spaces and getting to claim them for themselves. And so I think that my goal is to let this not be a one-off, to let this be the beginning of something.
The goals I have for any project that I do like this is just to make a good work, a work that maybe resonates with some people, maybe makes them think a little bit more about the world around them. Maybe they get to experience some beauty. Maybe they get to experience the beauty of Rhiannon's music, Caroline's poetry, and the beauty of our dancers' bodies and the beauty of their art.
I hope that when audiences leave the ballet, they have a new lens in their toolkit as a way of experiencing the world. I want them to have access to this new perspective, right? This idea of looking at history as something to be returned to, further excavated, further examined, to see whose voices we can conjure up to help us have a better picture of the whole narrative. And I hope that they come away, galvanized and entertained. And to use one of my new favorite phrases, I hope they're shook. I hope that they're unsettled and excited. I hope that they can't get enough of Rhiannon's music. I hope that they are captivated by Kayla. I hope that they feel heard by me, and I hope that they hear me.